Welcome, my name is Craig Jensen, and this is a basic presentation of the Blackboard site used for Physics 201 and 202. I'd like to start out with just a couple of introductory slides. Someone once said something to the effect that physics is hard. If it wasn't, everyone would do it, or something like that. This is probably one of the hardest courses you can take in 12 weeks during the summer. It's going to require that you put in constant effort each and every day to be successful in this course. I'd like to talk about two kinds of learners or students. Students learn because they have to. Scholars learn for the love of learning. If you want, pause the video and read these over and see what you are. Certainly the learners are going to learn more from this course than just a student. How much time will this course take? An on-campus 16-week course would require 6 classroom hours, 4 for lecture and 2 for lab. They require the same number of hours even for a 12-week or a 6-week course on campus. The usual additional time required is approximately 2 hours outside of class for every hour in class. It's not unreasonable to expect that you're going to spend in the neighborhood of 20 hours each week to learn this material. This is a 12-week course. We cover it in 2/3 of the time, 18 chapters. You really need to set time aside each day to learn the material. What you'll need to be aware of in the Blackboard site: the schedule, the syllabus, the assignments, the labs, and the homework. We'll go over each one of them. There's the schedule and the syllabus. The schedule tells you what is due when. There are 18 homework assignments, 1 for each chapter. There are 7 labs, and there are 4 exams. They tell you the due dates. The due dates are firm. If you're going on vacation, you need to make arrangements to complete those items before you go on vacation. The syllabus talks about the book, it talks about the homework service, it talks about the prerequisites. You should read that and become familiar with it. Then there are the assignments. There are 12 weekly assignments and the labs. Some weeks have multiple assignments, multiple chapters I should say. In each assignment for each chapter, you'll see a section that talks about the objectives, the things that you should learn from that chapter. Then it says read the chapter before beginning the homework. Reading the book is important. If you're not going to read the book, you're not going to understand the material. There are other helps provided, and I'll talk more about them in a moment. After you've read the chapter, done the examples in the text, then you can go ahead and do the homework. The labs. This is an example of the first lab for Physics 201. I have one section here that talks about making your own graphs. That's in relationship to this first lab. You click on the zip file and you download the file. Follow the instructions. The first lab, and only the first lab, consists of 2 parts. 1, the lab report, and 2, a lab quiz. You submit the lab here, the report right here. I only accept doc or docx files. No PDFs. Nothing else will be accepted. There's a 30% reduction in your grade if you don't submit the CMBL files. They are the files created by Logger Pro. You should delete the movie, save all your data, including the fitting functions, and then submit everything together. When you submit, you can submit the report and the CMBL files all at the same time. The homework service. The homework service that we use is WebAssign. If you're taking Physics 201, this is the class key number. This is what you would have to give to WebAssign to register for the course, to get the correct course. Last I checked, the cost was $32.95 for one semester, or $50 for the lifetime edition of the text. There are practice exams and exams and quizzes. My Grades, where you can check your grades, and then there's online meetings. If you have questions and you want to meet online, we can do that on an individual basis. I used to hold online meetings for everyone, but after the first week or two, no one showed up. And so I would spend the remainder of the semester waiting for no one. So I only do online meetings by demand. Blackboard tutorials and student support are other websites that are part of Eli. Don't wait until the last minute. Start early on each assignment. And if you have questions, why not send me an email? When you do, show me how you're working the problem. Show me your intermediate answers. Put your class ID in the subject line, Physics 201 or Physics 202. I only communicate by your NVCC email or VCCS email. Show me some of your intermediate steps and your answers and ask questions. Grading in the class, the grade is 60% on the exam average, 20% on the homework average, and 20% on the lab average. And so these are tabulated in my grades, and so you can calculate your grades. Now, the grade is based only on the work that's accomplished. If you have not submitted something and it's past the due date, eventually it's going to be set to 0, and then it'll show up in your grade. Until that time, your grade may actually be inflated if you're not submitting all the assignments. What's interesting is if you make 100% on the homework and the labs, you only have to make 50% on the exams to get a C. A lot of students don't realize that. It's important to do the homework and the labs. Do them. There is a section called Help Understanding Physics. In there is a student solution manual that you can download. This is a solution manual for selected problems. Answers to odd problems. If you click on this, clicking on Answers to Odd Problems will take you to an online version of the text. There's a table of contents in the left part of the screen. You click on that and go to the chapter and section that you want to look at, and as you scroll through the text, you can click Show Solution to see the answer to problems that are presented in that site. There's also Learning Pod. This is a help tool provided by the publisher. There are quizzes for each section of the text to check your understanding. Give it a try. In addition, the PowerPoint presentations that came with the text. OpenStax Physics, and this is Chapter 1. To be honest with you, I did not find these all that helpful. So I've supplemented them. One of the things I really like is Dan Fullerton on physics, high school physics. Physics is physics. It doesn't matter if you get it in high school or in college, it's going to be the same. What he does here is he talks about, these are just 3 of the subjects that he talks about: the metric system, significant digits, and scientific notation. These are all only 7 to 15 minutes long. Well, 15 minutes and 10 seconds, 3 minutes and 45 seconds, 5 minutes and 9 seconds. You can see how long they are. Give them a try. They will help and answer your questions. Class has already begun. Last day to withdraw with a refund is May 31st. If you don't finish the initial assignments, I will withdraw you and you will not get a refund. The last day to withdraw is July 8th. If you withdraw after July 8th, you'll receive an F for the class. See the schedule of due dates. It's important. Print out the schedule and keep it with you. Good luck and work hard.